us a lot of great calls, but the one that I think kicked her in higher gears, they say is the teacup conversation. I got my teacup right here to start off. Yeah, her teacup conversation. I mean, put her on the back big time. After that call, it was like, oh my God, Hollywood caught a hold of her. I think she got a couple movie deals now. But anyway, I want to thank this young lady from the bottom of my heart. Here's another one, another saint that has just poured into us different ideas, ideologies, beliefs, just going forth. Great internet person with the information. She had a birthday a month ago. She's 3.0 now, and we all love her. She and her husband just celebrated their 7th year anniversary. He had to work, but they came home, had a little. Well, anyway, they had a little food and enjoyed each other. And I just want to say thank you. Can we all just give a clap to this young lady? None other than the one and only Miss Natasha Ismail.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Good morning.
Trying to find you.
I
got this Amway camera.
Good morning. So before we get started, oh, you guys have your teacups. And Miss Marie's using her teacup. I love it. Miss Caroline, I love that teacup. So before we get started, our singing needs a little bit of work, but it was still good. Okay, not bad for being on Zoom all together. Not bad, not bad. So you guys get an A-, but it wasn't like an A+. Okay, so we got to work on that. But I want to thank Mr. Thomas for giving me this opportunity to speak to everyone today. And it has been a wild weekend. I don't know about everybody else, but definitely for us, it's been a wild weekend. And I want to, before I get started, share a little bit about both of the gentlemen that were, well, maybe 3, but Mr. Thomas and Mr. Clemens. So there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the men that you see on the screen. There's a lot of things that people don't know about both of them. Mr. Clemens, you better put your camera on because I need to see you. Thank you. There we go. So there's a lot of things that people don't know about these 2 gentlemen here. And their history, their friendship, the friendships that we've developed in this business, not everybody knows those things. So when we see the person they are today, we have no idea the things that they had to go through in order to get to where they are. I talked about stories last week, and every single person has a story. I only saw a couple of people do the challenge that I spoke about. And the reason I was asking that was because whoever posted their stories and said, let me introduce myself and tag me, I was gonna use your stories today and have people guess to see if they could figure out who they were. And since that didn't happen, I'll give you all a chance later, but it ain't happening today, okay? But just know that everybody goes through obstacles in life. Everybody goes through things in life, but they have the decision whether they want to keep going or whether they want to build a tent and stay there. These 2 gentlemen on the call have been through so much, and that's because I personally know them. Yes, it's only been a couple of years, but I'm telling you, when you think of leadership, it's these 2 gentlemen right here. Because Mr. Clemens' birthday today, so he gets a special little shout out. And in reality, we should be celebrating people every single day. Now, so before I get going, I just want to thank both of you, and we love you guys so much. And definitely this business would not be the same without you. All of the stuff that we have. Did you guys see the flyers? Like, just think about the little things that matter, even something as small as the flyers, but it makes the biggest difference. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have that. So I just want to give you guys your flowers and say how much I appreciate you, how much my husband and I both appreciate you too. And if you guys are ready to roll, just give me a thumbs up, you know, say, let's go in the chat, do something. It's Monday morning and I'm excited. All right. So I want to talk to you guys today about you are stronger than you think. So write that down. Every single person on this line is so much stronger than they think. So I want you to think about this for a second. How many times have you felt like there was something in your life going on? Go back to that moment just for a second and think about it. And you felt that you were not going to get out of that situation no matter what. You felt that you weren't going to make it out of that situation alive. You felt that there was no coming out of that situation. Now I want to tell you, congratulations, because if you hear the sound of my voice, you made it. You have a winning record. You have a winning track record. You came out winning. What is it, 400 trillion to 1 or something like that? You won. You won the race. Miss Marie Belena loves to run. You won the race. So you came out winning. You are so much stronger than you think. And a lot of times we forget about that. We let life get in the way. We let people saying stuff get in the way, and we really forget who we really are. And it's easy to get overwhelmed, especially with everything going on. We can agree it's easy to get overwhelmed. You know, you have kids, you have a business, you have work, you have school, you have 2 jobs, you got parents to take care of. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the thing that you have to remember is before every soldier goes into battle, he's given all of the equipment that he needs in order to succeed. The only thing he is responsible for is his mentality. Write that down. Before going into battle, a soldier is given everything he needs. The thing that he's responsible for is utilizing his tools efficiently, effectively, and his mindset. So it's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel, upset or anything like that. It's okay to feel feelings, but don't let feelings run your life. Don't let feelings have the final say of what your story is going to end like. Don't let your feelings make your decisions, and don't let your feelings stop you from really going out there and living your life. There's people out there that are having challenges like mental health, all these things, and it's okay, because the time that we're in, it's like that. I have my days, 100%. But you can't let those feelings stop you and dictate where you're going in your future. So I want every single person to know that before you were put here, you were given everything that you needed. Maybe it wasn't developed all the way for you, but that's where we come in. And that's the work that we have to do. Every single person was created with power that was called can-do power. Like, I can do this. But a can-do power doesn't matter if you have a can't-do attitude. Can-do power doesn't matter if you have a can't-do attitude. So think about everything that was done in the world up until this point. There's so many things that people call miracles, things that people never believed were going to happen. Everything that was once impossible, somebody had to say, I can do it, and they went out and did it. Everything was once impossible until someone took it apart and said, I'm possible, I can do this. Think about Roger Bannister, the physiologist, and this is my background, so I understood, okay? People said that his heart, a human heart, would physically combust or explode. Now, I don't know if somebody got a visual, but it's not a good visual to get, okay? But they told him, if you run a mile, 4 minutes or around there or less, a human heart will combust. Did it? No. Did he do the 4-minute mile? Yes. What gives a person that mindset to where there's something that is so impossible, but they just have this seed of greatness in them and they just say, I can do this. Think about the people that are senior vice presidents. Don't you think that so many people said, this is impossible. This is going to take forever. I can't do this. So remember, they were given the can-do power, but they had a can't-do attitude. Now, the ones that did it, like Mr. Thomas, the ones that did it, they took that can-do power and had the same can-do attitude. And that's what we need to win. So when you focus on that power that you have, when you focus on the positivity, when you focus on the can-do power, what happens? The universe like configures, conspires, does all these things and gives you exactly what you need. For those of you that have seen The Secret, Mr. Thomas, so this is a story, side note, real quick, how we saw The Secret here in Fresno. So we were all together doing dream boards at our house. And Mr. Thomas was like, we're going to watch The Secret. And I had heard, okay, take a lesson from this. I had heard from a couple of people, that movie's so weird. That movie's so confusing. The beginning of that movie, like, it's such a boring movie. And I was just like, you know, like how we read reviews before we go to a movie, right? Versus judging it for ourselves. So, you know, we were doing dream boards, and I go to Mr. Thomas and I say, hey, Mr. Thomas, do you really think we should watch this movie? Do you really think we should watch this movie? What do you think he said? Yeah, why not? And I said, well, you know, a couple of people said that it's like, it's a weird movie. And, you know, do you think people are going to get it? Like, are we all going to understand it? And he said, let's watch it. And then you tell me what you think after. I'm telling you, the moment I started watching that movie, I was hooked. I could not stop. Yeah, the beginning's a little like, you know, it's different, but I could not stop watching. I have replayed it and replayed it and replayed it. And in The Secret, they talk about when you focus on what you want. This is what Mr. Williams talked about last Wednesday too. When you focus on what you want, the universe makes it happen. We already have the can-do power, but sometimes we fall into that can't-do attitude. When that happens, you start thinking about what you don't want. I don't want to stay a CQ forever. I don't want to stay at ETL forever. I don't want to stay at RD forever. I don't want to end up like a father. I don't want to end up like someone, some specific mother. I don't want to end up like that person. What's going to happen when your focus is on what you don't want to be like? That's what you're going to get. That's exactly what you're going to get. And that's what The Secret talks about. Now think about it. If you shift your focus to what you do want, what you can do, what do you think the universe is going to do? And what do you think is going to happen? Every single thing that you're given is because you can handle it. If you couldn't handle it, you wouldn't be given it. Think about the different levels of leadership and things like that. The people that are at those levels are given those levels because they can handle it. Because they have gone through the things that they need to go through to become that person in order to get what they want. Be, do, have. But it doesn't happen if we have the can't-do attitude. Every single person has the can-do power. But if we have the can't-do attitude, it doesn't go together. So think about a seed. Everybody think about an apple seed. We've all seen an apple seed, right? If you haven't, you have an apple, go crack it open, like, you know, cut it open, go look at an apple seed. It's this big. Notice I didn't say this little. It's this big. It's about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. 1/4 or 1/5 of an inch. Now, think about when an apple seed gets buried by a farmer. The seed is probably thinking, oh, crap. I'm under all this dirt. Why did they bury me? I'm going to die down here. I can't see anything. What am I doing down here? What did I do to deserve this? It hears the dirt around it laughing at it. The dirt is like, oh, well, you're done for now. I'm 1,000 times more stronger than you are. What does the seed tell the dirt? The seed says, hey, although I might look small, I'm really big inside. So the dirt is busy laughing at the seed. Yeah, it laughs for a few days. It laughs for a few weeks. And the seed could get discouraged and it can say, I'm not going to change or I'm not going to grow. What happens once the seed germinates? What happens when the seed cracks? It starts to sprout and it starts to grow. It starts to push the dirt away from it as it grows. It grows into this humongous apple tree that gives so much fruit. Have you ever seen an apple tree? It's just so beautiful. Just look at an apple tree. And it all started with one little seed. Understand that within every seed, an orchard awaits. Within every seed, an orchard awaits. So think about yourself and this business. You are the seed. Yes, you might be covered in dirt. Yes, the dirt might be laughing at you. Yes, the dirt might be telling you you're crazy. Yes, it might be telling you, what the HE double hockey sticks do you think you're doing? But our job is to keep the can-do attitude with the can-do power. Our job is to stay focused. Mr. Williams last week said, a tree doesn't look to the left, it doesn't look to the right, it just grows. We just grow. Yes, the dirt might be 1,000 pounds heavier. Yes, it might be stronger, but you just grow. Keep growing. Don't worry about the dirt that's laughing at you. Because what's going to happen once the tree starts growing? The dirt stays where it's at. The dirt doesn't rise up with the tree. The seed grows into the tree. There are orchards and orchards of people waiting on the seed. Think about Mr. Thomas. He's created orchards and orchards of business and people, but it started with him. It started with the seed. Now I'm going to tell you a story really quick. There was a German Shepherd, super big, beautiful German Shepherd, one of the police dogs. He walked around the block like he owned it. And if you guys have seen the German Shepherd, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie Up, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this German Shepherd walked around like he owned the place, like he owned the street. Okay. So one day the owner was walking the German Shepherd and it saw a Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua barked at it. And you know what happens when a little dog barks at a big dog? What happens? The big dog wanted to go after the little dog. So the German Shepherd cut loose from its owner, ran over to the Chihuahua, and as the German Shepherd got closer, the Chihuahua started barking louder and louder and louder until the German Shepherd ran right up and got right in its face. The Chihuahua barked one last time. And you know what the German Shepherd did? The owner was going crazy. He's like, he's going to kill him. He's going to eat him. He's going to use him like a little bird. I don't know what to do. He was worried. The German Shepherd runs right up to the Chihuahua, gets right in its face, and rolls over and puts all fours in the air. Some of us are acting like the German Shepherd. What happened with the Chihuahua versus the German Shepherd? The Chihuahua was little on the outside, but it was big on the inside. The German Shepherd was big on the outside, but was little on the inside. Some of us are the German Shepherd, but we're just laying on our back on all fours for the Chihuahua to just take us. You are stronger than you think. You are stronger than you look. You have can-do power, but you have to believe that you have that power, and you have to put a can-do attitude with that power. Think about it. You've been given everything that you need, and Mr. Thomas always tells us this, and understand the place that he is coming from is a place of love. He wants to see every single person on this call win. He wants to see people that aren't even on this call to win. But if it wasn't for that one seed to do its job, the orchards would have never existed. So I want everybody that's listening to my voice right now to know that you are the seed. You are already given everything that you need to succeed. You are given the platform to succeed. We have everything. But when a soldier goes into battle, what's the thing that he's responsible for? Is to use the tools efficiently, and his mindset. His mindset. His mindset. That's all we're responsible for. You're going to have those days where you feel like you're not going to make it. You're going to have those days where it's just tough. But you got to remember, even when the dirt is laughing, you got to remember who you are. Even when the Chihuahua's barking, you got to remember who you are. You're not going to start barking with it. You're going to run up to it, look it in the face, but you ain't going to lay out on your back and put all fours in the air. That's what you're not going to do. And a lot of people are doing that with their life. If you're not dead, you're not done. There's still something that you have to do. You've been given everything that you need. You've been given can-do power. The only thing you're responsible for is the mentality and to put the can-do attitude with it. Now, my question is, this week, who's going to go do it? So if you're going to do it, type me or yes in the chat, because y'all know I love the chat, because it's like I get to talk to you. And with that, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to hand the call back over to you. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Wow. Can I just iterate? Wow. Can we give Miss Ismail some love? Let's just show it. Let's show it. Let's show it. Put it in the chat because she loves the chat. She loves the chat. Put it in there. What a powerful message. We need to celebrate people every day. Folks, go tell somebody today. You know, I was at the church and we fed over 327 people on Saturday. And every car came up. I said, listen, just pass it forward, pass it on. Love somebody today. Tell them God loves them, but just pass something on today. So here again, she said, we need to celebrate people every day. You know, you're stronger than you think. Remember the story about the German Shepherd and Chihuahua? That was powerful. Now, I took notes on that one. That was a good one. And before a soldier goes to the battle, they're equipped with everything they need. You know, when you arrived on this planet going a zillion miles an hour, you already have installed into you and instilled in you everything you need to win. She just told you that. And a can-do, and you have to have a can-do power. I like that. And remember the dirt in the seed, that was powerful. Every seed, excuse me, and it's waiting to come out. Keep growing. Wow, can we give Miss Ismail another hand, another hand? Come on, put in the chat, put in the chat, put in the chat. What a great way to start off the Monday, halfway through the month of January. Can you believe we're halfway through January? A new month, a new year, already halfway through. I want to thank her for a dynamite call today. This was a gut. Hey, listen, go back to the channel. It'll be posted in a couple hours. Go back to the channel and relook at it. Go back to the channel and look at Sunday night. Go back to the channel, look at Saturday Leadership Part 2 this coming Saturday. Go back to the channel. There's so much wealth of information on that channel of Destiny International. We also got the journals that are out. You got to get the journals, the $10 of shipping with a daytimer. I mean, anyway, tonight is Power Hour at 6 o'clock p.m. Yeah, right back here, Pacific.